What's going on, YouTube? So we're here looking at my 2011 Infiniti M37, and if you're here, you're probably a subscriber, or you were searching up something that led you to the video. So why don't you just sit back, relax, and check her out. So once again, 2011 M37. This is a sport model. It's sitting on 22 by 9.5 rims with 25 millimeter spacers and BC coilovers. So if you're looking to lower your car, you have three options that are kind of like better. You can always cut. I don't consider that an option. So you have lowering springs, coilovers, or air ride. And for me, air ride was completely out of the question. Just cost too much money, and I like my trunk space. Well, I don't have any trunk space, therefore I don't want to take out what I have in my trunk to accommodate an air ride setup. So I had to make the decision that I want to do lowering springs or coilovers. And so that's where the research comes in. All I did was Google some images, and from what I could find, I was able to determine that lowering springs did not give me the look that I wanted. I wanted the lower look, and I wanted the adjustability factor of it. So I opted for coilovers. Once I made that decision, it was just a matter of determining what coilovers I wanted to go with. Not every brand is the same, and so I solely relied on reviews. Price really wasn't an issue, more so as the reviews. I would gladly pay a little bit more for a better product. The starting coilovers were around $600, and those were the Godspeeds. And then they slowly kind of, tear upward. Megan had two different options. There was a brand, I'm blocking, I can't remember what it was, for right around $900, and then the BCs were for $995, and then the D2s and the K Sports. So the K Sports were like 12, the D2s were like 11, and these are right at a grand $995, something like that. So when I started looking in the forums, I seen a lot of people with the BCs, and they were recommending them. Just great ride, great reviews. So that kind of reinforced my choice. After that, it was a matter of looking at videos, of course, of an installation process. And there's a video on YouTube where there's a guy, I believe his name is Do It Yourself Dad. Shout out to him, because he did an amazing job on his video. He made everything clear, easy to follow, and I mean, he gets you started and he gets you finished, and he does a great job at it. So much so that I felt like there was no point in doing an installation video. There was no point in me showing you steps, because I mean, he knocked it out the park. There's nothing that I can add to the installation process that he didn't already, do. So no point in making a video. Give him some more views. I'll send the link. Well, I'll share the link in the description of this video. So moving on, they're installed. The process was very easy. If you can turn some wrenches and ratchets, then you can get this done. The only thing that I would suggest is for the rear. So I use a floor jack. It's a low profile floor jack, and for the front it's fine. There's a little part of the subframe I can jack up on if I come through the side, but on the rear there's nowhere to really jack up, and so your only option really is the pinch weld, and you really have to get the adapter. It's a little piece that sits in here, for the pinch weld. If you don't get that, you are going to fuck up your pinch welds. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that I did that, but it's fixed. Let's just say that. But yeah, so that's one thing I would recommend, man. Spend a little bit of money and get you the pinch weld part that goes on your jack, or use the factory jack in the pinch welds to get those rear wheels up. Beyond that, the only thing I can offer as far as installation goes is when you're setting your damping and adjustments, leave the seats out until you're 100% done. If you rush it and you put the seats in, you don't have your suspension right, you're gonna need to take the seats out. It's either that or invest in the extensions. So they make extensions for the adjusters. It's like on a straw. They just stick out further, and so they would come out somewhere. I'm assuming, I do not know, but I'm assuming they would come out from behind the seat. I'm not sure how clean that would look. To me, I just picture these wiggly knobs sitting around. I didn't like the thought of it. So yeah, leave seats out. For my setup, I left the front suspension alone. I didn't do anything to them other than measuring the height and the spring, making sure everything was the same. I didn't touch anything beyond the dampening. So once I determined that they were both set, they were exactly the same to a T. I put them on, and this is the result. The dampening, you have 32 clicks from all the way soft to all the way hard. I set it all the way hard, and I counted backwards 15 clicks. And I did that universal all the way around. And man, I mean, it rides great for me. Trying to think. Yeah, so I don't have any rubbing issues. Driving, no rubbing issues at all. Pulling into parking lots that have a little bit of a steep incline, you got to remember you're on coilovers. So when you're sitting this low, you may have to take different angles than you normally would. Maybe that means waiting for traffic to clear. You know, shit like that. I went to turn in one parking lot, like I was just casually driving, because I mean it does drive really good. You kind of lose track that you're on coilovers, and so I kind of just whipped it in the parking lot, and you know, of course I slowed down, but the angle I took, I got some rubbing on the inside of the fender where the tire was just touching the inside roll. So the factory fenders are rolled a little bit, but I mean, you could roll them more. And if it becomes an issue, I will, but I don't believe it is going to be an issue if I just remember I'm on coilovers. The rear, that was a little bit different. I did have to actually do some adjusting on that one after the fact. I did the same thing as the front, but when I lowered the car, the rim was like right at the edge of the fender. And so I had to bring it up significantly. I think in total I brought it up about 1.5 inches. Yeah. Now I don't recommend that you make any adjustments beyond the dampening and just making sure everything's even. I like to start, this is all coilovers, I like to start from where they give me, and then make my adjustments from there, because you don't want to do extra work. And so it could be fine where it's at in a lot of coilovers, unless you're real particular, like you track your car, stuff like that, for daily applications. You can get by without having to do a lot of messing with everything. So I mean, it paid off, man. My overall thought on the process, the cost, and the look and ride, man, I'm 100% pleased. I don't regret anything about any of it. Thoroughly pleased. I think I paid $1,064. I mean, for $1,064, it's like a new car for me, man. I'm falling in love with the car all over again. So, thoroughly pleased. It just, to me, it just looks so much better. I don't know. I guess it ain't for everybody. I'm sure there'll be some people who just don't like the video because of the car. But that's all I got for you guys, man. I mean, 100% happy. Like I said, I'm gonna share the link to the video that helped me with the installation process, and hopefully I helped some of y'all with your decision. I know I was kind of up in the air. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do lowering springs. I wasn't sure which way I wanted to go. I know that I wasn't happy with the stock height, so something was gonna have to be done. And so hopefully this video right here, this setup, you can see it. It's real, and this is a real result, and this helps you in some way, shape, or form make your decision whether you do or you don't. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to respond back within a reasonable amount of time. If you like it, subscribe, man. I try to stay busy. I haven't really been, I've been busy, but I haven't been making videos because I just get tied up with everything that I got going on. New project over here. This is the Shitbox Fox. This car was rough as fuck when I got it. And I mean, it's still more or less rough, but the engine is coming along pretty nicely. I'm sure I'll get some videos of that soon, but that's to come. And man, I've just been chilling, so like, subscribe if you want, dislike and talk shit if you want. It don't make me no difference. Until the next video, man, appreciate all the love and support. Peace. Enjoy the weather. Be safe.